The time has come. We win this game, and we finally promote to the MLB. We're 5 seasons into this franchise here, and we've climbed to the top of the minor league mountain. We've been the best team in the minors all year long, but we still have to win this game to win it all here. Gonna start with a walk from Buster Pringle, but then right after that, turning it into a double play. Pitcher covering first base is truly beautiful here, of course. Making up for that leadoff walk here by showing the effort and covering that first base on the 3-6-1 double play. J.D. Davis up next. Going to chop this over to Mosqueda, who throws it to Rincon and ends the first no runs here for Nashville. Carl McIntyre gets struck out on that pitch inside on the borderline there. Alden Evans up next. He's gonna get this to third, but the diving play is made. So our first 2 batters retired here, bringing up Rincon. That pitch low in the zone, but he strikes it well deep to right field. That's gonna touch down, bang off against the wall, and be a double for Rincon as he dives in safely to second. Rincon seems like he hasn't had a bunch of good games of late, so nice to see him start his day off with an extra base hit. Mosqueda, though, going to end the inning as he grounds it right to shortstop. Pringle hit well by Guzman here. Gonna be cut off by Jason Gill, so he will not get extra bases out of it. But a leadoff single, second time in a row. Pringle's allowed the leadoff man to get on base in an inning. After that, he allows a walk, but Perez goes down swinging. So 2 outs now. Full count for Jesus Parra. He lifts this to right field. Leandro Velasquez playing in place of the injured Ray Beasley makes the grab, and now we've got another scoreless inning of baseball here. Kevin Sandoval been on a heater as of late here in the franchise, and he's going to continue that here, getting on base. That one went down right in front of the left fielder there. Velasquez, that is going to be off the glove of the diving center fielder, so Sandoval will strut his way to third, and we've got a man on second and third, 1 out. Excellent opportunity to bring across the first run of the ball game. Blake Boyer has been clutch all series long, particularly this season. It feels like he comes in the clutch. He swung at that pitch well outside the zone, but he still got it down. That's going to be a 2-run double for Blake Boyer on a really awkward swing. But this guy just keeps coming through. He does have the highest clutch rating on the team, so it's no surprise, really. Here he is still in third. But still nice, even though his rating would say he'd be clutch, still nice to see it actually come to fruition as Brintez will be called out, but he brings across the 3rd run of the ball game. A 3-run second here, but we are not done just quite yet as Carl McIntyre is going to hit this one in the outfield for a single. Alden Evans 0 for 1 today. 3-1 pitch. Swinging at it, but lifts it. And so 3 runs will be all that we score here in the second. Pinto got a nice bit of this pitch from Pringle, but it's run down by Jason Gill. Curveball generously called for a strike here for the 2nd out of the 3rd. And then here we're going to ground it right to first. And so the best inning from Pringle, didn't allow any walks or hits for the first time in this game. And Cohen going down looking there at the Babe Kilgore pitch. He's a pretty good pitcher, if I do say so myself. That one's off the glove of first base. Jason Gill struck it well. And so with 2 outs, we get our first man on in the 3rd. Bringing up Sandoval. Been excellent for us. And he's gonna continue his hot streak. and get himself another single here. Velasquez up next. He hits it right to second, so the force out of second does end the inning, though. So we will not pick up any additional runs. You might be thinking 3-0. We've got this in the bag, but if you've watched any of the episodes this season, you know that this team loves blowing leads here, and Enriquez is going to get on base with the 2-out single, bringing up Donovan Casey, who's going to look at the cutter in for strike 3. So Pringle gets out of the inning scotch-free. Boyer up 1-for-1 today. This one is smacked into right field. Hits up against the wall and should be another extra base hit for Boyer. A lot less awkward of a swing than the first time around, but equally as effective. McIntyre behind 0-2 here. He's going to ground it to second. He's going to be retired, but he'll advance the man to third for Alden Evans. Whips this one deep and off against the wall. That's going to be 4 Charlotte Knight runs here with the extra base hit from Evans. The RBI double brings up Rincon, who is going to just pop fly it to end the 4th for us. But we do get an additional run across. Still, though, this is the first half of the ballgame. This is a team of 2 halves. And baseball doesn't even have halves, but we still managed to be a team of 2 halves. As Perez is going to lift it to McIntyre to start the 5th. Parra behind 0-2. He does go around that pitch. A 3-pitch strikeout there. Pinto up next is going to walk his way over to first. Packard with 2 outs. Lazy fly ball to Jason Gill. Ends a 5th scoreless Nashville inning. Mosquera, he's always had a good game, in this franchise, but this might be the first one where he doesn't actually get himself a hit. Gill, though, he's going to get himself another. Sandoval 2 for 2 today, and make that 3 for 3. Sandoval, man, feeling unstoppable, kind of feeling like this Ian Happ World Series run we just saw in our other baseball franchise that just concluded. Velasquez, though, going to go down on the double play, so not going to add any additional runs to our lead. Here is Pringle. Allows another walk. This is uncharacteristic of him, how many walks he's allowing in this game. J.D. Davis now going to get runners in scoring position. Guzman, he will be caught for the double play on the diving attempt there by Benito. Sorry, is it Benito? We have so many people with similar names on this franchise. Is this? No, this isn't Benito Vasquez. This is Victor Benitez. There we go. Benito Vasquez is our backup second baseman. But anyway, back to the gameplay. Pablo Enriquez pop fly to Victor Benitez, and that's going to end the inning. Blake Boyer, man, he and Sandoval, unstoppable today. And the difference is that Sandoval is hitting all these singles. Boyer's hitting all these doubles out here. Benitez, though, will be grounded out to second. It advances Boyer to third for Carl McIntyre, who will also ground out, but this time we do pick up the run. Now we've scored a run in the second half of the game. Now you got to be nervous for Nashville. That's something that we never do in the games that we blow the leads on, is score in the second half of a game. So now that that's done, I'm feeling a lot more confident about picking up the victory, but Donovan Casey trying to tone that confidence down a little bit with a leadoff double to start the 7th. Allowing the walk, the very next batter would end up spelling the day for Buster Pringle. He pitched 107 pitches here. Going to be just 6 innings, though. And he was just a lot of very deep counts in this game. Walks allowed and stuff. Just had his pitch count run up early on in the game. But Juan Moreno gonna allow a fly ball to center for the second consecutive hit. Last time they tagged to third. This time they're going to tag home. So our lead is now just 3 runs here. Moreno though gets Packard to go over on this pitch, so the force out a second and the 7th. Bottom of the 7th now. Can Mosqueda finally get involved? No, he can't. 0 for 4 now in this game. Very uncharacteristic of Mosqueda, who always shows out in these episodes. Gil will finish off an uneventful 7th for the team. Ezra Rodriguez gets 2 outs pretty quickly here in his 8th inning, but he does allow a hit to Ronald Guzman, who's probably been the best position player for Nashville here, but Ezra Rodriguez would strike out the next guy, so unable to build any sort of momentum. Now in the 9th, bring in our closer Bartolo Ordonez to close this game out. Starts off with the strikeouts. Then he gets the lazy fly ball. We're just 1 out away from the AAA championship and promoting to the MLB, and he gets it on the slider, strikeout, low and outside, celebrating with his teammates as the Knights are AAA champions. Took 5 years to build this team up from 0 overall to win the AA championship, now to win the AAA championship, and we've got 1 goal left here in this franchise. However, this will be the most difficult goal of the 3 by far, and that's to win the MLB World Series using only the MLB drafts. We've got ourselves a pretty good lineup, I must say, but we still have some pretty big holes that will need to be filled if we hope to become the best team in baseball. But of course, in a draft-only franchise, not much to do in the offseason, so I do tack these on to the end of our last episodes of the season. Not much drama here. You will see that we're trying to sign a very big UDFA class, and that is because I'm getting rid of all the Joe Randoms that we had at the start of the franchise. Not a ton of the pitchers are left. Those pitchers always retire very early into the franchise, particularly some position players as well. But a lot of the position players still remain on the roster, and I didn't want to have any Joe Randoms. So now we're going to go position by position, and I'm going to kind of explain how I decided to promote people to the MLB. I kind of wanted to make it like how we do in a regular franchise, a la our Oakland/Las Vegas Athletics franchise, where for the people with B or A potential, I didn't want to bring them up to the MLB until I feel like they're ready for it. And so the rest of the roster is going to be kind of filled out by C potential players. And then the AAA team, I'm going to kind of treat as a throwaway team, if we're being honest, just kind of low potential guys that are on the roster. And so we're going to really pay attention starting in year 6 to our MLB team as well as our AA team, which is going to have all of our prospects that aren't quite MLB ready. And that's how we're going to treat basically the rest of this franchise. Is we have our main roster in the MLB and we have our development roster in the AA, and then AAA is just gonna, like I said, be something that we have because we have to, but we're not really gonna pay a ton of attention to it. Don't pay attention to everyone in the minors where they're at, because that will probably change. But the MLB roster is set. I have all 26 that will be on the opening day roster. There's no position battles really. Is this player ready to play in the MLB that we have as like our best prospect? Yes, he's on the MLB. No, and we're substituting for a C potential guy who's maybe not the best. Really, the only guys that will be different from our last roster will be Blake Boyer will start in AA. I feel like he just needs a little bit more development, even though he's really good in the episodes. And then Ray Beasley will also be in AA. Our guy Darren Roman, who we just drafted, he will be on the MLB roster, even though he's 18 years old. I just think he's already an MLB caliber hitter, and he's not going to get much better throughout his career. So let's get him into the squad. Let's go ahead and simulate now the draft lottery, see where we will pick in the upcoming draft. And that is pick number 1. How many times have we had the first pick in this franchise, man? That's kind of nutty that even with the lottery, we keep like 16.5%. Feels more like 75%. So to end this episode, I'm going to just go through all the big signings and where they went in the league. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll be back soon with another with Madden 24 coming out. I will be focusing on that for the next little bit. So I'll probably have a week, maybe 2, where it's just going to be mostly Madden 24 videos. But that being said, within a week or 2, we'll be back posting this series twice a week like we have been. I just want to capitalize on the excitement that's going to be around a brand new Madden game. And so you might see just a little bit like a once a week of this series for the next couple of weeks. But like I said, we will get back to the regular schedule that we've been releasing these episodes. But that's all I've got for this episode. I'll be back soon with another. And I will see you then.